Welcome to another Luck Scout bedtime story. The sun began to set. The sky turned a gentle pink and orange. Harmony Grove was a peaceful place. Tall trees stood like kind giants. Soft moss covered the ground. A little stream trickled by. Its water sparkled like diamonds. The air was filled with the scent of wildflowers. They swayed gently in the breeze. Butterflies fluttered between the petals. Their wings shimmered with every colour imaginable. Tiny fireflies began to twinkle. They looked like stars had come down to dance. A little hedgehog rustled through the leaves. Her name was Hazel. She had prickly spines but a kind heart. Hazel was tired. Her heart felt heavy. She had been searching for a place to rest. The path led her to Harmony Grove. Hazel paused at the edge of the woods. She felt a sense of calm wash over her.
This place feels different.
It felt safe and welcoming. Hazel took a tentative step into the grove, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and curiosity. The air was thick with the scent of pine and the soft rustle of leaves underfoot. She saw a clearing bathed in moonlight, the silvery beams casting an ethereal glow on the forest floor. It felt like stepping into a dream, a place untouched by time. In the centre stood a graceful deer, its coat shimmering like liquid silver under the moon's gentle caress. The deer seemed almost otherworldly, a guardian of this mystical place. The deer had kind eyes and antlers that reached for the sky, as if they were trying to touch the stars themselves. There was a wisdom in those eyes, a depth that spoke of ancient knowledge and untold stories. She was known as Daphne, the Wise One, a name whispered in legends and tales passed down through generations. Daphne was said to possess the wisdom of the ages, a guide for those who had lost their way. Daphne turned her head, sensing Hazel's presence. She smiled warmly, a gesture that seemed to say, "You are welcome here, you are safe." It was a smile that could melt the coldest of hearts.
"Welcome, little one. You seem troubled. What brings you to Harmony Grove?" Daphne's voice was soft, yet it carried the weight of the forest's ancient magic.
Hazel shuffled her feet nervously, her mind racing with thoughts and emotions. She had come seeking answers, but now that she was here, she found it hard to speak.
I couldn't find peace. My heart feels heavy. Hazel's voice trembled as she spoke, each word a struggle against the weight of her sorrow.
Daphne nodded understandingly, her eyes twinkling with a gentle light. She had seen many like Hazel, souls burdened by the trials of life, seeking solace in the grove's embrace.
This grove has a magic. It is a place where the weary find rest and the lost find their way. Daphne's words were like a soothing balm, offering hope and comfort to Hazel's troubled heart. The magic of Harmony Grove was not just in its beauty, but in its ability to heal. The trees whispered secrets of the past, the wind carried songs of hope, and the moonlight bathed everything in a serene glow. Hazel looked around in awe, feeling the grove's magic seep into her very soul. She felt a sense of peace she hadn't known in years, a lightness that lifted the weight from her heart. Daphne and Hazel talked for hours, sharing stories and wisdom. Daphne's words were like a guiding star, illuminating the path Hazel needed to take. By the time the moon had begun its descent, Hazel felt a renewed sense of purpose. She smiled, knowing that she had found not just answers, but a friend in Daphne. As Hazel walked out of the grove, the first light of dawn breaking through the trees, she felt a sense of hope and clarity. Harmony Grove had worked its magic, and she was ready to face the world anew. The enchanted forest, with its timeless beauty and ancient wisdom, had given Hazel the strength she needed. and as she stepped into the morning light, she knew that Daphne's wisdom would stay with her, guiding her always.
Hazel looked around, her eyes wide with wonder and amazement.
What kind of magic is this?
Daphne closed her eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath.
Long ago, this place was like any other, but then came Melody.
Melody? Who is she?
Daphne nodded.
The spirit of this grove. She sang a song so beautiful, so pure, that it transformed this place forever. Her melody filled every leaf, every flower, every creature with peace and harmony.
Hazel took a deep breath, feeling the cool, crisp air fill her lungs. The forest around her was alive with the sounds of nature. Each rustle of leaves and chirp of birds adding to the symphony of the grove. The air did seem to hum with a gentle music, a melody that was both ancient and timeless. It was as if the very essence of the forest was singing to her, inviting her to become a part of its eternal dance. It was a music she could feel rather than hear. It calmed her heart, soothing the worries and fears that had plagued her mind. In this moment she felt truly at peace, connected to something greater than herself.
Can I hear Melody's song? The child asked, her eyes wide with wonder and curiosity. She had heard stories of the magical music of the grove, but had never experienced it for herself.
She asked, her voice barely a whisper. Daphne smiled, her eyes twinkling with a knowing light. She had been in Hazel's place once, a young soul eager to discover the secrets of the grove.
Melody's song is everywhere, Daphne replied, her voice soft and melodic. It is in the rustling of the leaves, the babbling of the brook, and the whisper of the wind. You just have to know how to listen. Listen with your heart, little one. Close your eyes and let the grove speak to you. Feel the rhythm of the earth beneath your feet, the pulse of life that flows through every tree and blade of grass. Close your eyes and let the grove embrace you. Let it fill you with its ancient wisdom and timeless beauty. In this place, you are never alone. The grove is always with you, guiding you, protecting you.
Hazel did as Daphne suggested. She closed her eyes, letting the sounds and sensations of the grove wash over her. She could feel the gentle caress of the breeze on her skin, the warmth of the sun on her face. She took another deep breath, feeling the air fill her lungs and then slowly exhaling, releasing all her tension and stress. In this moment, she felt truly alive, connected to the world around her in a way she had never experienced before. She listened with all her might, not just with her ears, but with her heart and soul. And in that moment, she heard it. The melody of the grove, a song that was both ancient and new, a song that spoke of life, love, and the eternal dance of nature. At first, Hazel heard nothing. The silence was profound, almost tangible, wrapping around her like a soft, comforting blanket. Then, slowly, she began to feel it. A gentle warmth spread through her, starting from her fingertips and toes, gradually making its way to her core. It was a warmth that felt both familiar and new, like the embrace of a long-lost friend. It was like a lullaby sung just for her, a melody that resonated with the deepest parts of her soul. The notes seemed to float on the night air, weaving through the trees and dancing with the moonlight. The weight in her heart, a burden she had carried for so long, seemed to lift. It was as if the forest itself was whispering to her, telling her that it was okay to let go, to be free. Hazel felt a sense of peace she had never known. It was a peace that went beyond the absence of noise, a tranquility that filled her entire being. She opened her eyes, eager to see the world anew. The grove seemed to shimmer around her, bathed in the soft glow of the moonlight. The leaves rustled gently in the breeze, creating a symphony of sounds that was both soothing and invigorating. It was as though Melody's song had painted the world in soft, soothing colours. The greens were more vibrant, the blues deeper, and the shadows less intimidating. Everything seemed to be in perfect harmony. Hazel curled up at the base of a giant oak tree, its ancient bark rough yet comforting against her back. She felt a connection to the tree, as if it had been waiting for her all along. She felt safe and protected, enveloped by the forest's embrace. The night was no longer a realm of unknowns and fears, but a sanctuary where she could truly be herself. Hazel closed her eyes once more, letting the tranquility of the moment wash over her, knowing that she had found a place where she belonged.
Daphne watched over Hazel with a knowing smile.
The moonbeams danced in the clearing. They cast long, dancing shadows. The stream sang its own gentle melody. It was as though the entire grove was sharing in Melody's song.
A gentle breeze rustled the leaves. It whispered through the trees.
The fireflies twinkled like 1,000 tiny stars. They put on a silent, magical show. Harmony Grove was a sanctuary of peace.
Hazel snuggled deeper into the soft moss. She listened to the symphony of the night, the chirping of crickets, the rustling of leaves, the distant hoot of an owl. They all blended together in a calming lullaby. Her eyelids grew heavy.
The worries that had filled her heart seemed to melt away. In their place was a sense of deep tranquility. Hazel had found the peace she had been searching for. Harmony Grove had worked its magic.
Hazel's breaths grew slow and even. She drifted off to sleep. She dreamed of meadows filled with wildflowers and sparkling streams. She dreamed of dancing fireflies and the gentle smile of Daphne.
But most of all, she dreamed of Melody's song. It flowed through her dreams, filling them with beauty and peace. Hazel slept soundly for the first time in a long time. Close your eyes now and imagine yourself in Harmony Grove. Feel the soft moss beneath you. Listen to the gentle music of the forest. Let Melody's song soothe your worries and lull you to sleep. Sleep soundly, dear Luck Scouter. May your dreams be filled with the peace and beauty of Harmony Grove. And may you always remember that even in the darkest of times, there is always a place where you can find tranquility.